Hey everybody, today we are going to be implementing the official Google Play Game Services plugin for Unity. There's a lot of good reasons for using this one over Physon's. Most importantly is that it's been kept up to date by Google. Um, it also has more features such as cloud-based saves, turn-based multiplayer, and real-time multiplayer, which we won't be getting into today, but we might do in the future. It also uses the same Google Play Game Services jar file as Google AdMobs, so that's really easy to implement afterwards, which a lot of people are having problems with Physon's plugin. All the resources are in the description, and they're all free, so work away. So we have our blank Unity project. I've gone ahead and made a GUI skin so things are easier to read on the phone this time. The buttons were quite small and I was missing them in the last tutorial. So first thing we need to do is actually change this to an Android project, which we go to File, Build Settings, switch platform to Android, and then we need to go to Player Settings, and we can name it our company, name our game, which is required, I think, for Google themselves. And the important parts here for getting the testing working, though, is we need to change the bundle identifier to something unique. So this is usually your website backwards and the app name, so we'll just put in test GPG. Also, another thing to note is that every time you are uploading something to Google, you need to have a different version. So we'll just put this as 0.1 for now. And all the rest of these settings are good, so we will go to publishing settings. And now, if you've made a game before, you need to make a new key store, or you need to use an existing key store, I guess, and add a new key. Um, so what we're going to do, just to show you what it's like, is create a new key store. So we click Browse, and we type in name. So we say just test GPG for now. Hit OK. We need to enter a password for this. So there we go. And then you can't upload a debug key to Google Play developers website thing. So we need to create a new one. So like that, we'll just type in the test GPG password, confirm the password, name. We can leave that there, blank. I'm in Dublin, and we're in IE, Ireland. Create key, and then make sure you actually select it there and enter the password again. Right, so we're ready to go here. We need to build it out. So we click build, we make a folder, builds, and test gbg.apk. Should build out fine. And then we have the file there. So now we need to go to our developer console and add a new application. So we are adding test GPG, and we want to upload the APK right away. Upload our first production APK, browse files, we'll go to tutorials. There it is. And boom, we're up on Google Play. First thing we need to do, just to make sure it works. So I've had it not work before, just because the description wasn't there. I don't know why. We'll fill in test. We'll set it to free. And then the important part here is the services and APIs. So we need to basically tell them we're using Google Play Game Services in this app. So click the button. It'll ask us to add a new game. I'm going to say test GPG, and for the sake of it, it's an action game. It'll do its thing. Oh, an unexpected error. Try again later. What? Try rename it something different. Working. There we go. Okay. Don't know what was up with that. Again, just add something in the description. Save linked apps. So we are doing this on Android because I don't have iOS. So we have the name of the app here. The package name we're looking for is test GPG. At the moment, we're not putting turn-based multiplayer or real-time multiplayer or anti-piracy in it. So we click Save and Continue. We need to authorize our app with the Google Play Game Services thing. So we click the button. It asks us for a product name, the Google account for the person responsible for it, product logo, which you should give, your homepage URL, which you should give. Click continue. You get your application type, installed application type, the package name that you've typed into Unity, and a signing certificate fingerprint. Cool. Create client. And that's it. So now we need to add some achievements to unlock. So we need to have at least 5 achievements for some reason. So the first achievement will just be test achievement. And we'll say, well done. And you can see all the descriptions here. We'll be going into incremental achievements in a moment. You can say whether your achievement's going to be visible or not. So if it's a spoiler or something story-based, it's probably better off keeping it hidden from the get-go. And it's worth 5 out of 1,000 achievement points. And it's going to be at the top of the list. So we'll save and add another achievement. We'll say incremental achievement. And we'll say nice. Now, because this is incremental, we need to tick the box here that says incremental achievements. How many steps are needed? We will say 5. I haven't tested this, but it should work. And then we need to add 3 more achievements to satisfy Google's achievement list. So save and add another, another. Boom, done. Okay. So there's all achievements. These are the string IDs we'll be calling in the app. We'll get into that in a moment. We'll make a leaderboard here, and we'll say awesome leaderboard for cool people. And space. And then there's many different options you can do here, like numeric, currency, and time, how many decimal places it'll have, what's the icon of the leaderboard that'll display in the menu. If it's a score-based thing, larger is better. You want it to go from the highest score to lowest, and then if it's a time-based thing, usually smaller is better. So you want it to go from the smallest time to the biggest time. And you can set limits. Yeah, I'm not really entirely sure why you do this. It's probably for a anti-cheat thing. Probably not. So we'll save that. And there you go. Use your leaderboard. Everything's ready to test. Let's say we can't be published because we need icons and graphics and all this. It's ready to go. So what we need to do now is we need to go back to the Google Play Game Services for Unity GitHub page. And if you click on current build and whichever is the latest one, so the 21 days ago, we go here and we click on raw and it'll ask us to download it. Yep. So click on this. Unity will ask to import it. Import everything. So before we do anything with our actual Google Play plugin in Unity, we need to make sure we have the actual Google Play Game Services downloaded for the Android SDK. So to do that, you need to find where your Android SDK folder is. So on this computer, it's in C, ADT bundle, Windows, whatever. It's when you download the Eclipse version off of the website. Double click the SDK manager. It'll show what packages you have installed and so on. So what we need here is the Google Play services. So we can tick that, and I already have it installed, but you probably don't. If you don't, just click install and accept everything. And once it's installed, you're ready to go. So what you do then is you click on Google Play Games up here. You click Android Setup, and then you need to find your numeric identifier provided by the developer console. So to do that, you go back to Google Play Game Details. You select this number here, copy it, click on Unity, paste, setup. It'll import the Google Play Game Services jar. Everything's configured successfully. Okay. And then we're ready to go. So what I did here was I basically wrote a small GUI script that will give us the buttons for testing it, everything. I haven't applied it to anything, so we drag it up here onto the camera. File name does not match. That's what I get for trying to do stuff quickly. There we go. So we can add that again. There we go. It needs a GUI skin. I made it so that I can see it easily on my phone. And that's what the menu's going to look like. If we click anything now, it won't do anything. It won't do anything in the Unity inspector anyway. We need to have it on a phone for Google Play to work proper. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start putting in the calls that enable Google Play Game Services to run on your app. And to do this, we're going to use the GitHub page here. So we'll set this up nicely. So we click back onto the main page of the games plugin here, and it'll show us exactly what we need to do to get the game going. These might change over time, so it's always a good idea to come back and make sure you're up to date if you do update it. So the first thing we need to do is we need to initialize the plugin and make it our default social platform. So activate the Google Play Games platform. We need to import, so using Google Play Games, up there, we just paste that in, and then so it would be Play Games platform, there it is, dot activate. And we put it on start, so when our menu scene loads, the first thing it'll do is activate the Google Play Games platform as the default social platform. And then we need to make the user log in. So we're just going to have it as a button that when you click it, it should log in. So as you can see down there, social.localUser. So social.localUser.authenticate, and then bool success. And then we're going to put in our event handler basically here. So we can say if we're successful in logging in, do this or whatever. So we could say debug.log if success. Pardon my bad programming here. So success. Do that. This will be you've successfully logged in, and then else type in debug.log login failed for some reason. And now, if you're trying to get this working and for some reason it just doesn't seem to work, whatever, for whatever reason, you need the internet obviously, but you can add in the debug log enabled equals true here, and then that'll, if you have the development mode enabled and build out to the Android phone, it should give you some information on why it's failing to connect, even if you have the internet. Right, so we have the login going. So when we click the button, it'll call authenticate the local user, and that'll call the Google Play thing that'll pop up the window and it'll say which email do you want to use. Okay, do you want to share your information? Yes. And the next button we're going to do is an achievement. So to unlock an achievement, you need to basically call report progress. Then you're calling the string of the achievement ID, which we have on the Google Play. We're telling them that we've unlocked 100% of the achievement. I'm not sure why this is the case for just a regular achievement, because surely you're just calling it's a binary state, it's on or off. You don't need to keep telling them the user's gotten 25% of this achievement at all. So what we do, we say, actually we'll declare a string for our achievement, which we have here, I think is the right one, is it? Tester achievements. So test achievement. Copy the string here. Change that. This is an old script from the previous one. And then incremental achievement. String for that. And while we're here, we'll get the leaderboards. So that's a string for that. We'll save it. So back to this. So we need to type in social.report progress. And we give the string, so we say achievement, and then we say 100% basically, and then again bool success, and then like that you can say, the pardon my terrible typing, achievement unlocked successfully. You can put that in the debug log. You could pop up a screen or an image or a text label for your own uses, anything, just to show the user that pop, but usually when you do it, Google Play pops in a thing anyway and says, congratulations, you've unlocked this achievement and how many points and what it's called, and so on. For the incremental achievement, it's a bit different. You need to basically call the actual play games platform. Play games platform social.active.incremental achievement. And like last time, you need to give the string for the achievement ID. We've called it incremental. And then you say how many steps of the achievement they've completed. So if you say you need to hit an enemy 5 times to unlock an achievement, every time, so you'd have an integer saying enemy hit equals 0. Every time you hit the enemy, increase that by 1. And then if it equals 5, then call the achievement. And then you tell them, but each time you'd basically saying you've hit the enemy 1 out of 5 times or something like that. Terrible example. We'll say 5. Let me type in cool success. And again, this is what's called after it's successfully posted the achievement. You don't actually have to put anything in there at all because Google handles notifying the player of what's going on. This is more for you figuring out why something's working, if it's worked or if it hasn't. So we're going to post 500 points as a score on the leaderboard. And you can see here, it's pretty standard again. We say social.report score, and then we type in the score we want to report. So we got a score of 500. The string is leaderboard, that's the ID of the leaderboard we're going to post to. And then again, bool success. And again, for your purposes, you type in if success, we've done it. If not, what went wrong. So we're going to make a button to show the leaderboard. That's again, it's all here. It's pretty simple. Social.show leaderboard UI. Done. Easy peasy. And then if you want to show a particular leaderboard, again, you have to kind of call the Play Games platform specifically. So Play Games platform social.active. Show leaderboard UI, and then you type in the leaderboard string you want to specifically send the player to instead of showing them all the leaderboards because you might only have one. And then we want to show the achievements. So again, that's social.show achievements UI. And then to sign the player out, we scroll down. They show you how to do the saving game state to the cloud. Everything's there. To sign out, you basically call the Play Games platform social.active.signout. And that's it, really. So what we're going to do now is we're going to test this out. Should work first try, but we shall save our scene. So folder scenes. Test. We're going to build this out to the phone now. Hopefully it works first go. And build successful. So we're going to cut over to the phone now. So here's the app running now. We've activated the plugin on the start function, so it should be ready to go. We can also put the login on the start function, but then the user will be greeted to the rather jarring login screen immediately and not know what's going on. So like that, we can pick an account if you have more than one on the phone. If not, it'll just pick the default one by itself. Welcome. So this is not the first time I've actually ran this app, just to test to make sure it worked. So the first time you'll get a message saying what permissions the app's going to use and so on. So we're ready to go. We click unlock achievement. There's one, and then we'll click the incremental one. So that shouldn't give an update because we haven't actually opened the achievement yet. So we'll go down to show achievements, and there's the one we opened. We got 100% of this incremental achievement. I did it previously when I was just testing if the app worked. Another achievement we got, and there's the achievement here. This is the one we just clicked, and we've gotten 5 out of 10 is this incremental achievement here. So it shows 50%. So we go back now. We're going to post 5,000 points to the leaderboard, and then it should say, so in the code I added in a line saying if success, show the leaderboard, and there we are. So that's everything there now. We can go back and we can try like the show leaderboard, which will show a list of all your leaderboards. You can show a specific leaderboard, which is what we're calling when we post and the posting is successful. And then you can show the achievements as well, which will bring up a list of all the achievements that aren't hidden. So that's everything there now. You can sign out as well. Signing out doesn't show any on-screen things, so you might want to put in a if success, you have successfully logged out, and so on.